Good evening, folks. I'm back again. Yeah. Make sure I send all my info to my buddies here. Alrighty then. What do we got here? And a little bit more soldering this evening. So welcome one and all. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Alrighty. We're going to go ahead and calibrate all our little power supplies this evening. And you may ask yourself, how do you calibrate a power supply? Well, I'll tell you. As soon as we get some people in the room. There's the notification. Let's see what we got here. All right. Power on. 17 volts. No, unless I am wrong. We'll make this 24. Yeah, 24 is good. There we go. Alrighty. This will be the output. This will be the input. Power on. Should be 12. It is. Good. All right, so all these are 12. I'll go ahead and verify. Okay, so we got a 12 and a 24. Okay, that's also 12. Okay, so we got a 24 and a 12. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm just here. Well, frankly, I'm adjusting power supplies, and then I'm going to build a CNC controller here. Not from start to finish, but close. I mean, I've got most of the parts all put together. Just got to assemble it and test it. Was out here earlier, had dinner, and I'll spend another couple hours out here. Just enjoying myself here. Okay, so source. Here's our 36 volt supply. If I can figure out where the other cable is. There it is. How's it going, Dave? I'm just here. Well, I'm basically putting a bunch of these together. I'm testing them and setting the voltage because they come stock. They come like between 17 and 18 volts, as you'll see here in a second. Turn it on. Yo, that was not good. Well, I let off the magic smoke, folks. All right. Now I want to check something out here because that was definitely messed up. All right. So let me unplug this. Turn on my power supply. My power supply is at 36 volts and it won't go over 6 amps. So this basically was defective. Because that, as you'll see, that's the input right here. And I had it wired correctly. My bad. Look at that. Look at that, folks. That's what happens when you don't pay attention. These two should be reversed. Well, that's trash. Actually, it's not trash, but I don't, for the price of these things, it's not worth, oh, man, fixing the diode that blew up, that popped on me. I'll tell you one thing, though. Certainly going to be a lot more careful. Of course, that was, let's see, I just finished doing 10 of them. I've completed 140 boxes, which equates to 200. That was, I would say, that was close to the 295th or the 300th power supply that I've wired up. So not too bad. Pop 1 and 300. It was certainly one heck of an interesting jolt. I'm definitely I'm glad I recorded that. At least I hope I recorded that. Did you guys see that? That was a nice pop. Very nice pop. All right. Now we make sure positive is positive and negative is negative, because that's a very dangerous situation. All right. Yeah, isn't it fun? Yeah, it did. It sounded like Hiroshima. Certainly looked like Hiroshima. That was pretty cool, though, huh? Hey, folks. All right. So output. I mean, you do this long enough, you get complacent, and that again, I warn people of becoming complacent, whether with their CNC machines, or with their woodworking. Do not become complacent, because double check everything. Okay, I'll turn it on. I got power. I got, again, like I said, it's around between 15 and 17 volts, and that's what happened here. So now I'll just ramp it up to 24 volts. Maybe 24.1, whatever, 24.1. That'll work. That'll be fine. Disconnect it. Turned it off, obviously. Now, while I have this one here, this is my 24 volt. The ones with the red wires I use. Before I used to use any wire. Now I'm a little bit more conventional with the wires. So the in, and now that I know these things, see, the funny part is some of these actually have a good amount of protection where they won't blow, but pumping in 6 amps into that's what I should do, is not have more than half an amp from this power supply. Then they won't be in danger of blowing. But well, I'll do that later. All right, so let me just hook everything up here. That's the out. That's the in. And this should read 12. And sure enough, 12.09, a little high, no big deal. Let's lower that. Hard to get these things exactly precise, and it all depends on the weather as well. So we'll just leave it up, but 12 on the nose. Okay, that's good enough. Good enough for government work, as I say, right? Yeah, well, this time what had happened was, yeah, popping an electrolytic. I've been there, but that other one here, let me show you that other one. This one here, what blew is, let me see here. Yeah, what blew is the surface mount diode. Clearly, because I got the wrong polarity. So, and I basically pumped 6 amps through the surface mount. Okay, well, anyway, so here's what I do is I've developed a new little procedure, because I like making these things in bulk. So so now I just take this, and these two are together. I know these two are together. I know, and from the fact that I've done this to it, I know I've tested this, and the black and red is 12 volt, and the other one is 24 volt. Now you don't want to screw those up, because when you put them in the box, if you put 24 volts, one is 36 to 24, and the other one's 36 to 12. You don't want to put 24 volts into these little wimpy fans. You want 12 volts into them anyway. And I'm not going to spend triple the amount to buy an expensive fan. So, let's see. So you're asking a 4001? I don't know offhand. Probably a 4001. It's a little tiny surface mount thing. No, you know what? Well, no, yeah, I'm looking at. See, this one's a little different design. But anyway, so it is what it is, folks, Uh, I'll tell you one thing though. I'll tell you one thing. I do enjoy not I don't enjoy any smell of anything burning, but that one compared to the smell of either burning wires or a burning cap, oh, it's heaven. I mean, it's not a bad that this last one was not a bad smell. It wasn't an atrocious smell. Sometimes you get those, they're just bad. Those the smell of burning that of burnt components that just last that just linger forever. Yeah, that happens. All right, so let me tin this because this is missing a. So we are doing some soldering, as you can see. Actually, we're not at 180 degrees. Let me wait till it gets back up to 350. Shouldn't take that long. Okay, so put it this way. I can do that. Man. I didn't enjoy. Yeah, I don't enjoy the unexpected. It wasn't like a good. Sometimes you get good scary feelings. This was not a good scary feeling. This was an annoying scary feeling, I would say. Okay, let's see here. And we'll check this one next. Yeah, that was an annoying diode burst. But it was rather, well, you guys can rewind and see at the beginning or somewhere into the 5 minutes in on the show. It was a nice little burst. Okay, so that's power there, the power's off. That's make sure that's in, and that's minus, and that's plus, and the rest is just the meter. I don't have to worry too much. Can't blow too much from the meter. Okay, so there we go. Power, and this one has not been calibrated. I need this to be 12. Yeah, 1197 is good enough. You can't expect much calibration with this type of with these components, but something is something. Okay, now let's see if we don't blow one of these up again. Although these are the good ones. Okay. In. out. Everything separated. On we go. Alrighty. The usual 16 point something volts. This has to go to 24. So ever so gently. All right. Yeah, 24, 24, 1. That's fine. I still smell it in my nose hairs, you know? That stuff just never goes away, does it? Never goes away. So now I've got my little knot. Everything's all good to go. I've got 4 or 5 of these things. This one's missing 2 whole things. Let me put that aside. I'll start working on that. Start working on these. All right. So yeah, I've got like 10 of each of these, and as soon as I finish, I'm done with half of them. As soon as I finish them, I'm gonna continue the assembly. Let's see here. That's out. This is going to be a 12-volt source. I mean, a supply. So let's see what we do here. And on we go. 12 volts. 1206. That's good. All right. So we got the 12. All we need now is the other one. And folks, for those of you working with this stuff on a regular basis, I highly recommend you, like I'm doing here. I've got test leads that go into the supply. They all almost always look the same, and you don't want to confuse red and black with red and black. So what I like to do is I've got a 5 or 6 red and black leads, but I decided to use yellow and blue for the meter. That way I know, which is which, because it's no fun if you. That's another way to let out the magic smoke. Confuse your leads. All right, so positive, negative, make sure all the colors are correct, because that one wasn't. And voila. Okay. You know what? I think I did blow a cap, but I don't see where the cap went. Well, I'll find it anytime now. Come to think of it, because I mean, the more I think about it, every single one of these has the 2 caps on one side. The other one has it's a different design, but nope, that's a cap. Yep, I definitely blew the cap. Okay, folks, that's a bad diode, or just a bad design. Anyway, no wonder that the stuff is still stinking. I'm looking for that silly screwdriver. Well, I'll just use this one. All right, so this has got to be 24 volt. Here's one over here. Okay. Yep. You did win. Definitely dirty knobs. It was definitely a cap. I just didn't see the remnants of the cap. I don't know where the heck it went. Because, okay, so I'm looking at all of these, and these have the here are the two caps. And it would have been the input cap. And the other one, I didn't notice it because I thought it was I thought it was I saw this thing and I thought it was one of these because I'm so used to seeing this stupid thing. And but clearly that was a cap and it completely popped off. And eventually I'll find out where it rolled to, but the place is such a mess, or popped to, or I don't see it anywhere. Because it would have popped up here and then who knows where. I mean, it blew. Well, for all I know, it could be nothing but a flat piece of metal at this point. Yeah, kind of curious as to where it went, but it is what it is. All right, we did this one. We did this one. Alrighty. Oh, found another one of these here, and I need. Okay. And another one of these here. I'm going to do two at once just because I can. Well, not at once, but I'm going to do two of them. First, let's do this one. And before I do these things, make sure the positives, in. Okay, good. That should be 12. It's 12. Good. Now all I need to do is make sure that this is 24. What did I win? I'll tell you what. You won a blown power supply. We're missing where all you got to do to fix it is replace a cap. Looks like the cap that you have to replace is 100. A 50 volt, 150 volt VT. The 220 35 volt VT is down here with the. Well, anyway, and you just pay shipping and handling, and it's all yours. Let's see here. All right, I'm not going to mess around with any more of these because I've got plenty, and my guys can make more. So hopefully they won't reverse that one. And by the way, that that just so you know, not to avoid blame, but odds are that it was one of the guys, not me, that actually wired those up wrong. So, because there is a procedure for everything, but not everybody follows procedure. That being said, there's a 50-50 chance it might have been me, so I'll admit to that. Nobody's perfect, least of all me. Okay, so let's wire the fans and everything else. Okay. Oh, excuse me for a second. Where did I put that box? Ah, down here. Got to remember, always cage to the back. And that way I know which way it blows, because it's not always the same. What's it called when you use a cap to double the voltage of a 9-volt battery? I've been out of the loop so long, no clue. What is it called when you use a cap to double the voltage of a 9-volt battery? Oh my God, that's... just... great, I dropped my bit. Russ is not going to be able to make it. Bummer. Let me see. I don't know the answer to that. The only thing I can guess... Oh, something with a B in the name? Let's see. I'm drawing a blank. But how about this? Assault on battery. Sorry, it's just been a long day. My daughter's off to college, and I got to share the dad jokes with somebody, so. Alrighty. Let's see here. Where in the world did those... I'm losing everything. Ah, there they are. Good. I needed some spacers. Okay. Assault on battery. Some days I amaze myself. And then there's today. And of course I lost the screw again. That's just typical. Okay. Voltage multiplier. Drawing a blank. Hey, Michael, how's it going? Good evening. Just putting together another hobby box here. Dirty Knobs, I think it's what's your name? So I don't call you Dirty Knobs. I think it's well, I know it's a doubler circuit, a voltage multiplier. Drawing a blank as to the actual name. I've always known it as a doubler, but might be called something else. At least it's been so long. I mean, we're talking 1993 is when I graduated, so it's just let's just say it's been ages. That's better. Okay, now make sure this is the positive. Yeah, we don't want to mess that up. Let's see. Didn't find it yet. Yeah. Okay, out, positive, red. Here we go. Where's our black sleeve? I think it's time to order a bunch more heat shrink from China. All right, so here we go. No, way too small. Yeah, just not enough strands on this thing. Do I know what number box I'm up to? Yeah, 100 and close to 140. The guys are finishing 141 through 160 now, but I haven't sold those yet. They're, there it's. I think I'll check right now. I'll take a quick look at the store, and see what number I've sold, and I'll tell you right now. I keep. Because there's box numbers and there's, hang on a second, let's see here. Let me look real quick out of curiosity. But in approximately 1 month and 5 days, 1 month and 4 days, it'll be exactly a year. Okay, 130. Let me double check that. Hang on. Check out the next order number. The next order number is 140. So boxes, the next box number rather is 141. So officially I'm at 140. However, I, off the record or whatever, I did sell 15 unnumbered boxes to a makerspace. So you want to say 155, you can, but I'm just going to call it 140. I've sold 100 more. As of about 3 days ago, I sold 100 more. That when Dave basically, I'll say, cut me off. I don't know. When he decided to take me off the website for whatever reason. But I mean, they've got a good product, I think. I mean, I don't know. I haven't heard really anything about it. But no news is good news. I haven't heard any bad news about my product. If somebody's saying something bad about it, they're not telling me. So that's a good thing. And if they told me, I'd tell them, ship it to me and I'll fix it. It's that simple. But and you guys know, and I'll say it again because I say it just about on every show. The JaviBox CNC controller comes with a 30-day everything guarantee. Well, not everything. You can't return it because I bought all the parts for it. So and I'm not giving back my assembly time, but if there's any issues with it, I'll cover shipping, parts, and labor the first 30 days. After that time, for life, you have a guaranteed working product. Why do I say that? Because all you got to do is ship it to me and pay shipping back. I will fix anything, whether it's your fault, whether it's the post office fault, whether it's your little kid spilled a bunch of water in it, or whether you decided to reproduce the thing and you got the wires soldered wrong. Whatever it is, I don't care. I will fix it. Obviously, with the exception of if there's any part that needs to be replaced, I'll charge you cost for the part. And if there's any, and if you already know what part needs to be replaced, well, then ship the part with me with the box, and then again, no cost. But it better be the same exact part because I don't work with inferior quality parts. I love my Diet Coke. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to need a power supply. Reach over and grab a power supply. You know, there's my buddy Eloy. Whenever we're on a hangout together, every now and then he likes to say certain things that are within arm's reach, like all our buddies are together and a knife. So we all reach for a knife because there's always a knife nearby, or a measuring tape, or the kind of stuff that is pretty much almost always within reach. And I was just thinking of them now because if you were to ask me for a power supply, well, here you go, within reach, no problem. And let's see if this little puppy is gets placed back on, because this is well, on the way over here must have gotten banged up. Oh no, here it is. Okay, there we go. All right, so let me start connecting everything. Let's see. I'll do line out last. Yes, Michael, I have. I started watching the new Animaniacs. I haven't gotten a chance to watch more than a couple of them, because in the evening I've been getting early days, and lately I've been monitoring my the workers and stuff, so I haven't had a spare moment, but I will soon. Okay, so let's see this. I'm gonna need some yellows, 4 yellows, and 4 blues. Two. Wow. Oh, here they are. 1, 2, 3. One more blue. 4 yellows, 4 blues. I use these as the 12 volt. I mean, that's the 24 volt. 36 volt power source. This thing. Oh, let me not mess things up and make sure I switch it to, first things first, 110 volt, always, because they come differently. All right, so two of these. And according to the National Electrical Code, let's see. I noticed Dave waited until after your show to do the Christmas challenge. Oh, well, that's good. That was nice. I mean, let's see here. Like I said, I mean, Dave's a friend. I miss him. I don't know what went wrong. To this day, I don't know what went wrong. But I don't want to reach out to him, because the last words he said were he didn't want to talk to me, and I just don't want to be presumptuous, and I wish the relationship went back to normal, or back to the way it was. But I mean, that might be wishful thinking. It is what it is. Because we used to talk quite a bit, and I used to have great times talking to him during the day. We had a lot in common as far as our tastes, as far as different projects. He would ask me a lot of questions about stuff that I'd done in the past, like vinyl cutting and things like that. And because he was getting into a lot of this stuff, I mean, he is he's a very intelligent and extremely capable man. So he doesn't need my advice for anything, but that's kind of the way it works with intelligent people, like all of us, like most of us. If we're intelligent because we know to ask, you know it's like, don't be prideful and say, oh, I can learn everything on my own. Well, who are you learning it from? Because that's kind of stupid. You're going to learn it on your own. You're going to learn new information, is what you're telling me. So obviously that's I'm just rambling here because I can't concentrate on two things at once. But I got to tell you, I still miss him. I miss the friendship we had there, because it was good, and I still am at a loss as to what happened. But let's see here. But at the same time, on the other hand, if you will, as you guys know, I'm an extremely accomplished and competent and secure individual. So while I miss his friendship dearly, I learned a long time ago in life. Hang on, I'm just trying to open up all the. I learned a long time ago in life. You don't dwell on anything. You move on. If somebody doesn't want to be your friend, you don't cry. You don't. I mean, there's no point. It's it's their call. It's their decision. Friendship is a two-way street, folks. On my side, I'm completely open and patient. On his side, well, if that's the end of it, that's the end of it. And you don't force anybody for anything. It's, the fact that I lost his friendship has been both very good and very bad. Very good in the sense that if he didn't, he didn't stick me with anything, but I had just finished purchasing 50 units from China, assuming, that's what happens when you assume. I figured, let me save everybody some money. Let me make sure that Dave is well supplied with a bunch of boxes. I don't want to let him down. And so I bought 50 units, and then that situation happened, and now I've got 48 sets of parts. Since then, I bought 100 more, but 48 sets of parts. I'm not going to be stuck with friendship or not. I'm not going to be stuck with 48 parts 48 sets of controllers that I cannot. That if Dave was the only outlet, I wouldn't be able to sell it. So I started looking for other means. Necessity is the mother of invention. It's kind of like, look at it this way. How many times in your past have you had, for those of you, have you had let's say you had a relationship. A girlfriend or wife relationship. Okay, let's say wife relationship. And some people, let's say, I'm thank God I'm not one of them. I'm very happy. I've been married I've been married to the same woman my entire life. I don't foresee that ever changing till death do us part, as it were. and we're best friends, etc., etc. But how many times, for some others, have you had a relationship that just went south, and through no fault or very little fault of your own, I would say through let's just say that the majority of there's no fault to be had. Like I said, it's a two-way street. But let's say for whatever reason you were the jilted one and you were the one that was hurt. And how many of you have recovered and even excelled and gotten stronger because of that? I mean, I'm a big proponent of what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And there are some people, and I know a couple. There's a friend of mine I know who he went through such a bad relationship, I would say 20, 25 years ago, that he has never ever recovered. To this day, he's single. He's loves his family. He's got his life. He's happy. Don't get me wrong, he's happy, but he has chosen never to recover from it. It's not a, you can or you can't. Sometimes you can't choose, but and very often, most often, what happens is you're always going to remember it. I remember every single bad relationship I've had, or which really, well, I guess the reason why I remember them because there haven't been many. I can count them on my hands. I have, let's see, here we go. We need this. Okay, so this and this. We'll go to this and this. Okay. Well, anyways, bottom line is, while I'm sad that, you will not see me doing anything to hurt that man because I still consider him a friend and a good person. I don't understand. Sometimes people just have a lack of communication or something or other. I wish him well. I move on. It's the way things go. There's only one person in my life who I haven't wished well, and I gotta say I'm very sorry that I took that attitude. I had an ex-girlfriend a long time ago, and it was 1988 was the year, and she basically, well, she cheated on me is the bottom line. Not completely, but well, we were going together, and she was in a pretty much drunken embrace with another guy. Not sex-wise, but just well, she got her comeuppance. She's been divorced 3 times. She's got really, and yeah, I partially say this from a period of from a position of being the jilted one, but she's got 3 pretty stupid kids, and again, now I wish her well, but I'm kind of happy that I hate to be petty, and I don't mean to be, but sometimes that's the way things go. All right, so this one here, there's the inn, and where's my other one? Where's my fans? They are right here. They are. But yeah, I didn't enter the Christmas challenge this year because I figure, well, frankly, I in the past, the only reason why I've entered is because, well, I was friends with Dave and I want to go out of my way to make something, I was actually planning on doing 30 days, 30 solid, 30 projects, small projects, basically combining. In the past, I've had a challenge that was my November 30-day challenge. And I was actually, since I'm skipping the November 30-day challenge, I was going to actually do the where you have to make a project a day, no matter how small. Doesn't matter. You can make an ornament a day. It doesn't matter. Something really small. I mean, you guys have seen me on the show do 12 projects in 1 hour. So, and they're on the same board, so I could literally knock out 12 projects, all cut in 2 hours. And but the reason I didn't, one of the reasons is I got a lot on my mind with the property, but the other reason is I really didn't want to. I didn't want to put him in a position that he had to. He blocked me from Facebook. He blocked me from YouTube. So I didn't want to put him in a position that he had to, acknowledge me if he doesn't want to. If and when he feels like, I don't know. I'll be here. But up until then, such is life. Let's see. Why are these two? Okay. This is the, yeah. Perfect. Okay, so here is this, here is this, here is this. In and out. This is the wonderful little, come on, where are you? You silly little screws. Great. I had a whole, oh, there they are. I was going to say, I had a whole box of these things. Now I can't find them. All right. Oh, that's not good. Let's try to put this one on again. Shall we? I want to bend these up just right, so I don't have a problem with the fans. I mean, I'll tie them all out of the way, but let's see. Hey, ever Dean Martin? Yeah, even Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis made up. Yeah, there's hope. There is hope. But I don't know. I mean, I had lots of, I mean, yeah, sure, he lives in Georgia and it's quite a ways, but I was really looking forward to him coming and visit the new place when I was done with it and staying over. I even have, I mean, because I'm going to have a guest house, so he was welcome to stay there a little while. And he doesn't smoke, which is a good thing because I don't know if I could have somebody as a visitor who smokes. I am all for letting everybody have their own vices, but at my house there are certain things that I, even a guest room. Okay, let's see here. We're all set with this. No offense, of course, to anyone who smokes. Okay, so let's put this here. Let's put this here. We're all good to go. Except for, well, the drivers now. So let's put in the drivers. The other day, I have gotten a couple of, 4 or 5 Gattens actually. I've gotten quite a few people because thanks to people that either are my customers and are very happy with the service, or my friends. They will. When someone's looking for a thing and they can't decide, I basically they Becca Miller and others basically advertise my box, and I'm thankful for that. I'm very happy about it. Eventually, I might create an affiliate program. But right now, that means I have to charge a little more for them to pay for the affiliate program. But I don't care. It's 6 of one, half dozen of another. But anyway, I'm thankful that people have gotten so much. Well, you build something right, and people are gonna just plain out know it. I take pride in my work. I was planning on doing a metal box and all this, because Dave was gonna. Dave does the. That's what he used to do for a living, is work at a fabrication place before he got laid off, and I'll tell you, I was looking forward to, giving him my specs and having him draw up a fabrication plan so I could make a bunch of metal boxes. But funny part is, I keep selling these wooden ones, and everybody likes them better. I think what they like more than anything else is the customer service, because honestly, for the price, are you really going to get somebody who's extremely knowledgeable about electronics and CNC to be at, I don't want to say your beck and call, but, to always be answering your questions no matter what? And I try to do that. Sometimes it may take me a day, but most of the time, anybody has an issue. A couple of people have taken their box apart and messed it up, and I told them, hey, send it back and just pay for shipping. I'll fix it for you. And that's, lifetime guarantee on that. What makerspace are you working with? I'm working with numerous makerspaces. There's about 10 in Miami, and a few throughout southern Florida. Actually, not southern Florida, central Florida even, because I've got 2 up in the villages. There we go. The beautiful thing is, I'm not really working with them. I am and I'm not. I've built up a relationship. Actually, I haven't. My salesman and partner, Juan, has a business partner. He's built a relationship with these people. He's a typical salesman. He's salesman extraordinaire. He could sell me a comb. And as they say, And he basically has created a relationship with these people, but he goes in there. That's the key. You got to go there on a oh, great. Granted, I pay for all his gas, but you got to go there on a regular basis and befriend all the new people because they're the ones that want to buy CNCs. So usually they'll buy a little cheap Chinese CNC or the structure of one or an Avid or stuff like that. But we give them the option of having a much more inexpensive, practical, and do-it-yourself. Well, not do-it-yourself, plug and play, but at the same time, we're there to tell them everything about the unit, so they buy it built, but now they know how to build one themselves. How you doing, Ed? How you doing, Paul? Good to see you again. Good old Paul, always there, oh reliable. I don't think he's missed a single one of my casts, video casts, or whatnot. All right, so this is all good to go. Let's see here. Alrighty. Okay, we got this, we got this, we got this. Okay, all we need to do now is connect this and plug everything in. We're almost done, folks. Start to finish, let's see, it's been 2 hours. I'm down to 2 hours with these things. That's a big stretch from the 20 hours that I used to take. Granted, a lot of the grunt work has been, alleviated. But and I'm sorry I'm not showing you what I'm doing here. All I'm doing is just attaching. In the meantime, I'll chat, but I'm attaching these wires here for the 4 motors. There's one. Let me get another one of these. All I'm missing are the 2 power wires. But basically, and I'll be happy to tell you, I won't give you guys specifics as far as, if you ask me what makerspace I'm working with, because, I mean, there are lots of them, and just like I won't give specifics as to what CNC I'm recommending, because there are a few, and I do not want to, and obviously, Dave's is one, and if the person wants to build his own CNC, I'll always recommend Dave's. But in the past, I could always say, tell him I sent you. Now it's just go to this site and buy it. And because I don't want to, the reason I don't like to give out names is because I don't want to be on any sides or give any type of, this is just, I'm just selling boxes. Show you how to build a box? Gladly. Tell you where I'm selling my boxes? Sorry. That's on the business side, and I won't be doing any of that. Oh boy, great. This has already got that. So now I got to take this off. Dun, dun, dun. No problem. Or I could just solder them. Nah, let's just go ahead and take these off. All right. You ordered some linear guide rails to start a new build. That's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. As soon as I move into the new house, I've got a couple new builds that are going to be, and by in no way competing with Dave, but it's going to be on along the same lines, and different machines and stuff that I'm working on just for fun though. But if I can get them to the point that if I get them to the point that they're cost effective, well, then I've stumbled on another successful build, another successful business design. But I figure by the time I get up there, really, it's all retirement. I'm not in the mood to do any more work. I'm set. I mean, I am truly set as far as that hurt. There we go. Alrighty, folks, we're pretty much ready to go, except, oh man, I can't believe I didn't do that. Oh well, I'll do it right now. Hopefully I can do that sideways. You know, I misplaced, and it's kind of upsetting because I really like that screwdriver. There's a screwdriver I have. You guys know the old Craftsman screw. I'm going to go to Kmart or wherever a Craftsman is sold and buy a couple of them, because the old blue regular handled Craftsman screwdriver, I miss my screwdriver. It always fit perfect in these things. I mean, let's see here. See if I can manage to do this without. Yeah. As you can see, I stop talking when I start concentrating on stuff. All right. 1, 2, 3. We have our power. We have our stuff. All right. Let's connect everything up and let's run it through its paces. Because we're done with another one, folks. We're done with another one. Okay, let's Oh, of course. I forgot to do the old bending of the wire thing and strapping this. I'm going, why is this so difficult? Well, because it's been so long since I actually put one together. Most of the time I've been checking them. There we go. But yeah, so like I said, that's a beautiful thing. You go to these places and you constantly come up with new, like in the case of the villages, there are a lot of older folks, but they got a lot of money. So, and then there's some other places where they're younger folks, but they got their parents' credit cards. Well, either way, whichever way you want to look at it, um, they'll work. You recognize them after you work with them for a while, and what happens is some of these folks, if they're young or old, whatever, some of these folks are they'll use the CNC, they'll learn the CNC, and then they'll just get bored. And okay, that's fine. Takes all types, but you look for the others, and the others are more likely. Usually, the older folks are more attuned to this than the younger, but which is they get so into it that they want one for themselves, and they no longer want to go in a makerspace because they can do everything they can from on their own machine, and we help them with that. I say we, but really, the guy who's doing all the work is Juan. I'm not doing much more than telling him where to go and what to do. Okay, let's see. X. Here's X. X will be over here. This is Z. Z will be over here. This is A. A will be the next one over here. And Y on the end. Let's see, folks. Let's see how well I did, because I am just about done with this one. As of these two connectors. All right, let's start her up and get her going. All right. I'm just going to, I don't care about the noise right now. I'll neaten all the wires up after. I just want to get all this up here, namely put the motors up here. All right, so motor number blue. Motor number blue. Motor number yellow. Yellow is here. Motor number yellow. In case you're wondering how I picked these colors, they came straight from the original Xylotex, because, well, people could pretty much swap out their Xylotex just to do a little rewiring, and there you go. Okay, so this is Z, and last but not least, we're looking at X. All right. Sorry about that, folks. Little glitch. Okay. The wrong button. Okay. So here's our power. Here is our USB now. Where are you? Here you are. I'll test the motors in a second, but I might as well plug in the this as well. Okay. Red. And many of you have seen me do this. I do it for every box, and I do it multiple times for every box. So, power on. We have our power. Open the computer. And give it a second to power up here. There we go. It actually powered down completely. It shouldn't take that long. There we go. Okay, we're back up. Okay. Okay, now X to the right, to the left, Y. Going in two different directions. Not a problem. We can fix that. The correct one is... This one's the correct one, so yellow, so the Y, the A is correct, the Y is messed up. And then this one, see, perfect. Okay, so at least all the motors move. It's just a couple of them need to change direction. Let me see. Right. That's wrong. That's wrong. Wait. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Left, no good. Left. This was the right one. Okay, so these three need to change directions. The only one that's correct is the blue motor. That happens. They rewire them at different times. These motors never come wired the same way. Well, that's what you get, you know. Let's see here. I mean, in a batch they probably do, but I've got so many of them now. Okay, so number 1, check. Number 2, check. Number 3, check. Number 4, check. Okay. Now reset and hit M3. Perfect. Turns on and 10.4 volts. Perfect. That'll do very nicely. M4. Should turn this off. Should turn this on. And there it is. M5 off. M6, or rather M7, should turn that one on. Good. M8 should turn that one on. Good. And M9, everything off. All right. All I got to do is reverse 3 directions. Good evening, Frankie. Everything's working perfectly fine. So shut that off. Unplug this. Let me just move the motors over, and that way I don't have to do much. So, let's see here. Oh, joy of joys. Let's see. The only one that was correct was the second one. Okay, so these 3 I have to swap. Swap the direction. And obviously this could be done with a single click in Mach 3, but I like to standardize every single one of these things. I want to make sure that they are all exactly the same coming out of the factory, if you will. Okay, next one here. The second one was correct. Okay, never mind. Putting this back. Third one, that one was off. And the X. Last but not least, reverse this direction, and we are done. Now it's just a matter of making everything nice and neat, but first let me just make sure they all work. And that is left. That is left. That is left. Good. They all work. All right. Unplug. Unplug. And now it's a beautiful thing. All I got to do tomorrow after this is just pack these up for shipping. And for those of you who have been following along, I've just completed 4 today. And as of Monday, my guys go back in the shop, so I won't need to be doing this as often. But when they're on vacation, I'm not. Well, mostly, here's the beautiful thing about this is it's my choice. I could either not be on vacation or be on vacation. And that probably is the reason why I continue doing this. Because if I didn't have a choice, you wouldn't be catching me anywhere near, slaving over anything. Alrighty. This goes with this, goes with this, and goes with this. And it goes like so. Insulating the shop, going to have to wait for the OSB to do a few sheets at a time. Stuff is way overpriced now. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that's just crazy as far as the price. I got no choice. As soon as the financing is ready, I'm starting to build a house, whether the prices go down or not. It is what it is. It's the cost of doing business, I suppose, or rather the cost of, hey, if I got to pay a couple extra grand in wood just to move into my house a year or two early, it's a small price to pay. Very small price. But if I had to pay that to do a remodeling job, like in your case, yeah, I'm with you. I wouldn't go spend any extra money if that's the case. Not if you don't have to. I've said this before, folks, and I'll say it again. I've worked for many rich people, and many people consider me one, even though I don't. And I'll tell you the secret that I've learned from them to being rich, and that is, don't think you're rich. because if you treat everything, let me see, how can I phrase this? If you treat everything as if you're uh, penny wise and pound wise. I mean, not penny wise, pound foolish. But if you treat everything like saving money, like you want to save money, then odds are you will be rich. If you're treating everything like you want to, like you have $1,000,000 in your pocket, then you're going to end up spending that $1,000,000. I mean, that's the way of the world, really. You know what? Before I put these on, let me just do the old hot glue thing. This is something I've been doing recently to the need another stick. There we go. I've been doing this lately to the connectors because the post office, well, I don't want to blame them, but everybody's human, and these postal carriers are, I don't know, I think they're wannabe football players. I don't know what their deal is, but they tend to be very aggressive with the packages, to the point that these connectors pop off. I don't know how they manage to. What do they do? Drop kick them or something? But it's just weird. Oh, sorry about that, folks. There we go. It's just weird. Okay. Let's see what the best way is. Sorry, folks. Thanks for the heads up with the no sound. It was I stepped on my mute button by accident. So yeah, that's all I got to do here is just tighten everything. And the last thing I got to do, even though this is completely out of focus, there we go, is I have to insert these little nibbly bits, these things. Alrighty. I don't feel like looking for my. I mean, they've got my Allen wrench, my 1/4-inch driver. So I have another one somewhere, but I don't feel like looking for it. So I'm just gonna. I mean, it doesn't take long, as you can see. I've already got 2 of them in. Flip it around. And as always, folks, every one of these, every single one, except for the 15 I did that were unnumbered for a distributor, every single one is excuse me, Corona is customized. So I've just gotta put the customization on, and right now the only thing left for me to do for this one is the final touch. So let me do this where I can be comfortable. Okay. I wish I knew where my short one of these is. It's around here somewhere, but who knows where. These little spider webs of hot glue. There we go. And voila! One official JaviBox ready to go and ready to ship. And that is, did I? No, I didn't lose the sound again. Okay, good. That was just from before. So obviously, mechanics of CNC are simple, and now the electronics are as well, which is our motto. Well, I think I'm done for the evening, pretty much. What time is it, folks? I want to get an early start on tomorrow, 9:20. That gives me an early start. Oh, Yeah. So, so I gotta pack the following tomorrow. I have to pack um, the cable. This is the input output cable. They're also going to get a touch probe. They ordered a touch. They got the works. So it's the touch probe. I include in all my boxes. I include the brackets, so they can put the brackets in. Of course, we got the. I got a power cable connecting them. Power cable, motors, USB cable. Let me look real quick at my. I always have a checklist for this, just so I don't miss anything. So here's my checklist. My checklist tells me. Okay. Sorry, it's taking forever to pop it up. Here we go. Alrighty. 4 pre-wired motors, 6mm screws, washers, brackets, touch probe, done. Pre-wired limit switches. Limit switches. Yeah, I gotta grab the limit switches. And hang on a second. You're back. Everything is on my list. So I've got the pre-wired limit switches. I've got the input-output connectors right there. Got the power cable right here. Got the USB cable right here, wired, pre-wired. And of course, and I dropped it, the USB cable. And with that, folks, obviously all these and the 4 motors get boxed in the second box. And I'm done. So tomorrow, I'm going to be shipping 4 units out. 3 of them are boxed already, which means 8 boxes. Maybe I'll just call Juan to pick them up in the morning before he leaves and just... Yeah, I'll spend an extra 10 or 20 minutes boxing this one up, and that way I could just put them out front, say, hey, Juan, come pick it up. Drop it off at the post office on your way into work. Hey, beautiful. He lives by me. And that's it, folks. I'm done for the evening. Now I can relax. I can read a book, which is what I do lately to go to sleep. Because if not, insomnia has a way of catching up with you. Let's see. And this other person just finished ordering this. That's the spindle cable and an e-stop. So I'll get that too. Well, folks, thank you all for coming in and hanging out with me for a while. I will catch you guys later. Tomorrow or the day after, I might just hang around the shop and just solder some stuff just to see. I'm down to about I can have my guys do them, but I'm down to 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm down to 4 sets of input output cables, and I like to have a bunch on hand because sometimes people order extras, sometimes it's just for a regular order. And I want to keep. Right now, it's gotten to the point where, obviously, because of Christmas vacation, whoever ordered, someone placed an order just before Christmas, and it took 2 weeks. But pretty much these things are in stock and ready to go. Within a week, I can heck, within a day, within 2 hours, I can assemble one, and within a week. But that takes a little bit of work. And in other words, I say within 2 hours, but that assumes that I have the two power supplies already wired. That assumes that I have the where is it? Where is it? Where is it? The plugs. Well, whichever plug, but like for instance, hey, what do I have? I have a motor down here. How nice. It assumes that I have the motors all wired, and these things, it's like, I have a bunch of them, but if I don't solder them beforehand, well, then I'm looking at quite a number of hours. So, yeah. Good night, folks. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys soon for another wonderful soldering and chatting with Javi.